Thank you very much. Please, let's be seated. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to all of us. Today is Friday, the 12th of May, 2023. And we are here this morning for the launch of the 2023 International Nurses Day. And I'm proud to be a nurse and proud to be part of this wonderful ceremony. I'm not here alone. My name is Keita Pia Boateng. I'm a nurse and I work at Komfanochi Teaching Hospital, and I'm here with...
All right, my name is Amma Jane Dakwa. I work with Atinka Media Village, that is Atinka TV and Atinka FM. I'm also honored and also happy to be part of this beautiful family. It's always a blessing to be amongst beautiful people like you. And it's our day today. Always I say when it's International Nurses Day, it is our day. So we have to be very, very happy and also be glad that we are nurses. And this year's theme is our nurses, our midwives, our future. Indeed, if you nurses and midwives are not there, we can definitely never survive. So we thank you so much for always being there for us. It is our special day.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Ama Jemfa. We go straight and start the program. We are streaming live on the Facebook page, GRNMA's Association Facebook. Without much ado, would like to call on our chaplain, Reverend Father Michael Akbalu. He is at the St. Luke Catholic Church in Kolebo to give us the opening prayer. A round of applause for the man of God. Thank you.
I humbly ask you to rise. Of the Lord who made heaven and earth. Gracious and loving God, this is the day that you have made. We, your children gathered here, rejoice and are glad in it. As we celebrate the International Day for our nurses and midwives. As we deliberate on our nurses and midwives, our future, we pray that you grant us a guidance. The future of this association and of our nurses and midwives would be accomplished for your own glory. As we direct the beginning of this program with a prayer, we ask that you direct its progress and lead it to a successful completion. May this day be filled with joy and happiness as we appreciate all our nurses and our midwives. Be with us. May we experience your presence, your power, and your glory. Protect each one of us. May you continue to bless us and bless all our nurses and midwives for the comfort, the relief, and the healing they bring to us. May your name be praised now and forever. Amen. Amen.
Please, let's be seated. Thank you once again, Reverend Father Michael Akbalu. We now want to have our anthem, Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association, our anthem. And I will humbly ask that again we be on our feet for our anthem.
GRNMA, unity, strength to serve our motherland. Diligent to live and care to all to make our nation strong. We nest in our motherland. GRNMA stands for strength. Service with integrity. We offer healthcare to mankind. We
stand as one. Unity is strength. We stand as one. Unity is unity. Thank you very much. Please, let's be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to acknowledge dignitaries and invited guests within our midst. And to help us in doing that is my co-MC, Ama Jemfa.
All right, thank you very much. We say a very big thank you once again for making this program a very successful one. We know definitely it will be a success. And I'd like to say a very big thank you to our able Obaya Santua, our president of Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association, Mrs. Perpetua Ofori Ampo. Thank you so much. Can you wait for us? Thank you so much. Oh, please, let's do the honors of clapping for it. Thank you so much. We also have in our midst, and you see, it's so beautiful when you have such programs and you get important dignitaries to honor your invitation. It's a blessing. And our Nana is here. So Nana Kobina Inketia the Fifth is the Omahene of Isikado. Nana, thank you so much for coming. Then also, I don't know, I've already used the Yasantua for our president, so I don't know the female, what should I use for ma'am? Mumuamie. Is it Yasantua raised to the power 35? Or Yasantua raised to the power 8? Because as we know, we are still in the line of trying to break the 8, you understand? So, all right, please, with a very big round of applause, let's welcome our Chief Justice of the Republic of Ghana, ma'am. Our Chief of Staff. When you see the women at those levels, you understand, those positions, we are so honored and so proud. So, our Chief of Staff of the Republic of Ghana, Mame Akosia Frima Osei Opare. Oh, Mama Sambano. She's indeed a mom. And all mothers in this building and those watching us live on Facebook, we say Happy Mother's Day to you in advance. Happy Mother's Day. Also, we have our honor, I don't know, I haven't seen our Honorable Health Minister here, but I think his rep is here. If it's not here, I'll skip it to our Honorable Minister of Employment and Labor Relations, Honorable Ignatius Bafwe, who is also not around. Thank you. We have a special person here. She's a senior lecturer and dean of School of Nursing and Midwifery, University of Cape Coast. Dr. Nancy Innocentia Ebu Eyan. Mami, thank you so much, please. A round of applause for her. And I've seen my prof here, Professor Aziato Prof. Don't mind me. Thank you so much. So all protocols duly respected, and we are going according to the program. As and when we get opportunity, we'll acknowledge you as it is. Thank you so much, Kate.
Thank you very much, Ama Jemfa. We have other dignitaries to be introduced. But before we do that, we'd like to call on our General Secretary, our GS, to officially give us a welcome address. So let's put our hands together for Dr. David Tenkrang Chung, GS for GRNMA. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning. Our adorable mother, Honorable Akosia Frima Pari, Majesty Nketia, the fifth Omahene of Esikado traditional area, Dr. Nancy Enyan Vice Chancellor, Professor Lady Aziato, our Deputy Minister for Employment and Labor Relations, Honorable Bright Reku Brobe, our representative for the Minister for Health, Alaji Adam Hafiz, our representative for the Director General, Mrs. Eva Mason, our revered Reverend Minister, the Dean of School of Nursing, University of Ghana, Professor Florence Nab, our immediate past president, Dr. Kokwa Santikrobia, our former president, Mrs. Alice Dakwa Asare Alote, past president, Royal College of Nursing, Dr. Mrs. Cecilia Anim, Director of Nursing, University of Ghana Medical Center, Acting Registrar, Mrs. Philomena Wuli, other protocol well observed. It's a privilege and honor to be called upon to welcome you to this August occasion. I must say that my president and the National Executive Committee and the National Council of GRNMA is overwhelmed by the positive response we have shown towards our invitation. International Nurses Day is one of the biggest midwives globally. And to have you in your presence in such magnificent splendor is something we are proud of. On behalf of the National Council of GRNMA, I'd like to humbly welcome you to today's program. And to the hall of one of the illustrious daughters of the land, Dr. Dorcia Naki Kisei. Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much. A very thank you, our General Secretary. Before we move on to introduce our wonderful chairperson, as we celebrate International Nurses Day, would like to acknowledge other dignitaries in our midst. And with our professor, our Vice Chancellor for UHAS-HO, Professor Lydia Aziato, we are introducing you again because we are proud to have you in our midst this morning. A bigger round of applause for Professor Lydia Aziato. Thank you very much. We also have with us Professor Mrs. Veronica Bam. She is the president of the Ghana College of Nurses and Midwives, as well as the HOD for the Department of Nursing and Midwifery. We have our PSI Regional Secretary in our midst. Our PSI Tax Justice Coordinator is here with us. Madam Isabella Nana Echa Asante. She is the chairperson for the 15th Governing Board of the Nursing and Midwifery Council, Accra. We have with us Professor Florence Barr. She is the Dean, Sonam University of Ghana, Legon. Moving on, Mrs. Hannah Akwa, the Rector for the Ghana College of Nurses and Midwives. Again, Mrs. Philomena Wally. She is the Acting Registrar, NMC, Accra. Our own Mr. Felix Nyante. He is the head, HTI. Also, Mrs. Vivian Jura, Chief Nursing and Midwifery Officer, GAR, Ghana Health Service. Dr. Stella Apia, the HOD for Nursing, Valley View University. Dr. Mary Opare Son, if I'm right with the pronunciation, Central University. Our own Mrs. Margaret Mary Alokwe, President, Koheti. A bigger round of applause for her, please. Thank you. Dean, School of Nursing, Pentecost University. National Council members all present. NEC members all present. specialized group leaders, all present, retired nurses and midwives club, our past presidents for GRNMA, which of course I want to mention. She is the former president for the Royal College of Nursing, UK. A bigger one for her, please. Thank you. Greater Accra Regional Chairman, principals of NMTCs, Pantang, both Teshi, 37, Family Health, Public Health, Kolebu. You are duly acknowledged. DNMS, Ghana Armed Forces, Burma Camp, DNS Police Hospital, Machon Police Hospital, Machon 37 Military Hospital, DNS UGMC, DNS Legon Hospital, DNS Trust Hospital, DNS Gapoha, all duly recognized. DNS for Kolebu Teaching Hospital, Family Health Hospital, IMA Hospital, Regional Maritime Hospital, DNS for the Accra Psychiatric Hospital, CNO for Nyaho Hospital, DNS Pantine Psychiatric Hospital, all these dignitaries duly observed. Last but not least, we have various sponsors helping us. Detol, Let Up, Adanse Travel and Tolls. Last but not least, the editorial committee.
Thank you.
All duly observed.
Oh,
Thank
please,
you.
a round of applause for them. Thank you so much for honoring our invitation. Without much ado, I'll call on Miss Tracy Asamoah. She is a registered mental nurse, Accra Psychiatric Hospital, to help us introduce our chairperson for this event. Please, a round of applause for her.
Honorable Akosia Frema Osei Opare, Chief of Staff, Jubilee House, Accra. Honorable Deman Menu, Health Minister. Mrs. Perpetual Ofori Ampofo, President, Registered Nurses and Midwives Association. Dr. Nancy Innocent Ebu, University of Cape Coast, all protocols duly observed. On this special occasion, I deem it an honor to introduce our chairman. He is the paramount chief of Esikado British Secondary Traditional Area and president of the Traditional Council. Nana Kobina Inketia V is the paramount chief of the Esikado British Secondary Traditional Area in the western region of Ghana. He attended basic education at Infantipim High School in Cape Coast in Ghana and obtained his first degree in modern history from the University of Ghana, referred to as Legon by Ghanaians. He then obtained Doctor of Philosophy in African History at the University of Calabar in Nigeria. His areas of special interest are in Pan-Africanism, African culture and religion, and governance, law and philosophy. Nana has written a book titled African Culture in Governance and Development, The Ghana Paradigm, published by Ghana University Press. Among a number of recognitions he has received for outstanding leadership and having contributed significantly to administration and management. The following were bestowed on Nana. Western Region Personality of the Year, Certificate of Appreciation from the Pan-African Student Summit, Fellowship Certificate Honorary, the Chartered Institute of Administration and Management Consultant, and Traditional Ruler of the Year 2015 ESLA Award. Although the sportsman and a committed Pan-Africanist is not a lawyer, he has written several articles on law, holds strong views on law and Africans' maladministration. Nana wears many hats. He is currently the chair of Advisory Committee of Care International Ghana, chair of Kwame Nkrumah Mausoleum Governing Board, chair of Water Aid Ghana, member of Western Region House of Chiefs, member of National House of Chiefs Ghana, national patron at Two Festival, and director of Pan-African Panafest Foundation. Previously, Nana has chaired and has been a participant on several boards, commissions, committees, and conferences. This includes being the former chair of the following: Ghana Museums and Monuments Board, Ghana Broadcasting Corporation, Sekendi Takrade, Venue Organizing Committee, Cannes 2008, and National Planning Committee, National Festival of Arts and Culture. Moreover, he was the Commissioner of Public Utilities and Regulatory Commission, member of Public Endowments Committee, and chair of African Regional Conference on Education for Cultural Heritage Development by UNESCO. Ladies and gentlemen, our chairman for this August occasion is none other than Nana Kobina Nketia the Fifth. Audience, your chairman.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much, Tracy. Our cultural troupe is supposed to usher in Nana. Nana says it's okay. So Nana, let's do it better for Nana as Nana mounts this podium with his entourage. We are so honored. Nana is a busy person, but Nana will have. Thank you, Nana.
I was so happy that Dr. Tinkrang spoke, because those of you who know me, like the Honorable Frema, probably know that I'm not much of a protocol person. If you ask me my view, I'll tell you that's a waste of time. But fortunately, we had you introduced, and I thought you were going row by row, so we have the registry of who is here and who isn't here. And then you have this beautiful young lady. I'm glad that she's from the psychiatric side. Trying to say the things I've done and I haven't done. Whenever I hear those pieces of things, then I think that I'm being put in a coffin. Because a lot of them are history. A lot of them I've even forgotten about them. And I always wonder where people go and fish out all the things that I've done. But fortunately, they don't fish out the bad things I do. Anyway, let me put all the protocols in one word, or in one greeting. Good morning. Honorable, that's my protocol. Okay. In fact, when the lady from Okofanochi was speaking, I was so proud just sitting there. He says, I'm proud to be a nurse. Hey, Rabba. Me, the only thing I nurse is the black stool. I wish I could nurse more. But interestingly, today, one of my special uncles has departed, and he's been interred today, Professor Ayensu, Edward Ayensu. Just some of you have heard of him. And I'm sure that he will forgive me for not being there. You know, the dead can see, according to chiefs. But he will appreciate my being here this morning, because there was an angelic voice that I heard. Mrs. Perpetua Ofori Ampofu. This woman really deserves that title, president. So when they were talking about president of this, I said, the real president is sitting there. You know, her voice is so delightful that I'm sure that, madam, you haven't tried, though. You can wake the dead. But you know, any time that I hear her, I see her, I know today is Florence Nightingale's Day, but she rather reminds me of Mary Jane Seacole. the Jamaican healer and the nurse who worked with Florence Nightingale. And of course, you know that she faced very special psychological problems, which we all face because of the hue, this unique hue of our skin. But she was undaunted. Every true nurse is not daunted by challenges. So she was undaunted, and today, just like Florence, we are here at Shiashi to mark the birthday of Florence Nightingale, which we all know is internationally used to honor and venerate the very significant, yet ubiquitous, quiet, and indefatigable role of that nurses play in our lives and in this world. Now, just sit down and meditate. What would the world health systems look like without nurses? Just sit. Last year, I had the big fortune of chairing the awards night at Kempinski. It was picturesque. I still remember it. I never knew that nurses could look so gorgeous and wear makeup. God, I love that day, and it filled me with happy memories. However, with the unpretentiousness of the nurse's habit, and when I say habit, I'm sure you know what I'm referring to. I call your uniform a habit. I'm not surprised by the simple but all-encompassing and uncomplicated theme for this year. Our nurses and midwives, our future, the one that you chose for this occasion. It is indeed an honor to be here because anytime I see a nurse in uniform, I'm reminded of my personal convictions in life and the real treasures one must hold dear at all times. I love to hear the Muslims, for example, refer to Allah as all compassionate. If I may borrow from Meister Eckhart, and I really ever quote people, he says, Meister Eckhart, he says, you may call God love, you may call God goodness, but the best name for God is compassion. The stamp of a true leader is compassion. And the true leader does not advertise his compassion. You just feel it. It is there. Now, that quality is exhibited by nurses naturally. You exhibit it. Unspoken, nurses reveal to us that real compassion means not only feeling another's pain, but also being impelled to help to relieve it. Silently, the uniform is also a display of patience. That is why the English referral to those who have health challenges, like old men like me usually do, and have to visit the hospital every now and then, we are called patient. See a nurse at work, and you'll see patience at work. In Fancy, I'm a hunter, but I speak Fancy. And in France, they say, "Yimpa no juma oye zen." And so they go on to say, "Abotar na wazitutu nkokwe." If you don't have patience, you will never, you won't deserve that uniform. And anytime you see somebody wearing this uniform, you know you're looking at patience. But you see, this patience and compassion are threaded by courage. You don't say it. Listen, that you brought me here, if you knew how I feel. That's why when the lady says, "I am proud to be a nurse," I just sat down there and shook my head. Without courage, one cannot be a nurse. Much as I'm not a fan of the French warlord, Napoleon Bonaparte. That's why I said I don't quote people, you will never get me quote Churchill, for example, a racist. Napoleon is one. But this one I'll quote him. He says that courage isn't having the strength to go on. It's going on when you don't have the strength. That is about you. When we see you in uniform and you walk around, sometimes we don't say nothing to you. but you know that you're the most courageous people walking around and meeting people. Amazingly, and without a roar, you nurses are there, even when hope seems to be gone. Your courage lies in the fact that you are the little voice which does not accept defeat and will try and try again. Look at the pandemic time. You stood tall. Soldiers were running away, with all the guns. They couldn't shoot us. But you stood tall during the COVID pandemic. I wonder how many of you indeed got medals of honors for that. You should have given it to the whole institution. All of you should have a special medal. Perpetual, my sweetheart, you should think about it and create a special medal. Honorable Fremont Parry, I live next to a hospital. You know, this lady here, this is the third time I think she's heard me speak. That was why she was hiding surreptitiously somewhere. And the day she told me she was there, I put some of my gray hairs out. So this time I'm being very careful. It also reminds me that I came to chair a program here, and I had a fantastic speech where the guy who spoke, I won't mention his name, stood up and said, "We are where we are because we don't know what we are." I've never forgotten it. And we all stood up and clapped for him. Unfortunately, he's lingering somewhere. I live next to a hospital, which was built in 1963, 1964. I think the first of its kind in the country. I've also been involved with the deplorable Efian Kwanta Hospital, which used to be the third most important hospital in this country. I don't want to make comments. So I understand the state of health infrastructure, your working conditions, poor retirement status, and your poor remuneration, among others, including poor conditions of service. But you see, since you've elected Mrs. Perpetua Ofori-Ampofo, I cannot do her work for her. But I'm sure that she is stoic enough and articulate enough and can do much better than me, listing some of these things out to make our health better. But today, it's not about listing problems. So today is a unique day. It's a day of appreciation and a day of joy. Personally, I feel highly honored to have been invited to chair this program, and I call it a program of thanksgiving. No amount of money will ever be enough to pay for your services. It's not possible. In all this, some of us, and I deliberately use this word, some of us are perpetually grateful. Your selflessness teaches us about spirituality of oneness, following the path of the unity of being which our ancestors knowingly kept reminding us about. So when you were saying unity, I was sitting down laughing. That is you, you know? And interestingly, whenever you wear your uniform and you go to work, you don't care. You treat the person as a human being, whether it's NDC, whether it's MPP, whether it's DDC, whether it's from Bolga or Burkina. It is a human being sitting in front of you, and you do your duty to that human being selflessly, because that duty is what God has asked you to do. You are God wearing the skin, the role of nurses. And what is most killing is to see nurses in the uniform. The uniform is a sign of humility, and that is also the basis of service. So the wearer, whoever wears that uniform, when the person passes by, you see the weight of responsibility, duty, and obligations on the person's head and shoulders. And let me tell you, to have crossed all the rivers to be here today, Lady Perpetua Ofori-Ampofo, with Dasi Papa, I would love to share the day with you. I'll take the chair. Thank you.
As we give Nana a standing ovation, let's put our hands together once again. Let's put our hands together once again for Nana Kwabnanketsia, the fifth. Thank you. Jinya Mikete. Nana Mpacho Yedase. Nyamisha, Edasipi. Before we call on GRNMA Youth Choir to give us some brief music, as we are celebrating our International Nurses Day, we are well represented here. Big special dignitaries. GS mentioned their names briefly whilst he was giving us a welcome address. So I'd like to go a bit detailed. Our Honorable Health Minister, for one reason, is not here, but he is here in spirit and he is here physically. I'm saying that his deputy, our Honorable Health Minister, is the Chief Director who is representing him here, Honorable Alhaji Hafiz Adam. I will tell you more about our Chief Director when he is giving us his address. So grateful for your time, Alhaji. And also, our Honorable Minister for Employment and Labor Relations is being represented here live. And we have with us his deputy in the person of Honorable Bright Reko Brobe. Honorable Bright Reko Brobe. We are so grateful because we know Honorable is supposed to be somewhere, but he said once it's about nurses and midwives, your special day, I will make time for it. Honorable, what more can we say? We are forever grateful. Let's give it up once more for Honorable Reko Brobe. Thank you so much, sir. Last but not least, our DG for the Ghana Health Service. I'm talking about the Director General for the Ghana Health Service. We know they are so tight up, so we understand them so well. And he's also being represented by the Director of Nursing and Midwifery Services in the person of Madam Eva Mensah. Thank you, Auntie. Looking beautiful. GRNMA Youth Choir, the next 2 minutes is yours. Give us something very sweet as we celebrate International Nurses Day. Don't forget that we are streaming live on the Facebook page of GRNMA. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, please, a round of applause for Winneba Youth Car. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Nana Kobna Ketia, Nana, thank you so much too. Nurses are very, very compassionate. We are courageous. And also we have the patience to watch over patients. And also we can slay, just as Nana said. Thank you so much. It's a beautiful day. And to give us a very beautiful address, we have our president here. Our president, Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association. She has over 15 years experience in trade unionism. She is the current chairperson of the West African Health Sector Unions Network of Public Services International and the chairperson of the Ghana PSI National Coordinating Council. She is a nurse educator and has over 20 years experience in the health sector of Ghana as a nurse. She holds a Master of Public Health and a Bachelor of Arts degree in nursing and psychology from the University of Ghana, Legon, and a postgraduate diploma in education from the University of Cape Coast. She is also a certified pensions trustee licensed by the National Pensions Regulatory Authority of Ghana. Mom is surprised. I will say all. She is a foundation fellow of the Ghana College of Nurses and Midwives and a fellow of the West African College of Nurses and Midwives. She is also a member of Sigma Theta Tau International and a Society of Nursing. She serves as a member of the national and international committees and boards, including the governing board of the Nursing and Midwifery Council, Ghana, and the Ghana College of Nurses and Midwives, the Health Sector Occupational Pension Scheme, the PSI Health and Social Sector Task Force, and ITUC Africa, Occupational Health and Safety Network. So you can just imagine that's why the welfare of nurses and midwives is here. She has received several invitations as a speaker for many reputable organizations such as WHO, World Health Organization, AFRO, PSI, ICN, Action Aid, FEDS, ETSILU, OTUA, CNA, and many others. She has received a couple of awards in the recognition of her dedication to the strengthening of trade unions and her passion and commitment to addressing migration and adolescent sexual and reproductive health. Without much ado, and with a very big round of applause, please let's welcome the Yas Santua of our time, Mrs. Perpetua Ofori Ampofo.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I won't mind you this morning. Unity. 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 Cho Gui. 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 Nanai Ketia, the fifth Oman hearing of Isikado and the chairman of our special occasion, Honorable Akosia Frema Oseo Pari, Chief of Staff of the Republic of Ghana, Alhaji Hafiz Adam, Chief Director, Ministry of Health, Honorable Bright Rekubrobe, Deputy Minister of Employment and Labor Relations, Madam Eva Mensah, Director, Nursing and Midwifery Services, Dr. Nancy Ebuenyan, Dean, Senior Lecturer and Dean, School of Nursing and Midwifery, University of Cape Coast. Professor Lydia Ziato, Vice Chancellor, UHAS. Reverend Father, our past presidents, nursing leaders, all protocol duly observed. You know, I can't mention them all, so permit me to go by all protocol duly observed. Unity. We are indeed honored and very happy to have all our dignitaries here with us today. And on behalf of all the gallant nurses and midwives in the country, I say a big thank you. We are indeed very grateful for you being here. We can do better. So today is a special day for us, and indeed it is a pleasure for us to be gathered here because it is International Nurses Day. International Nurses Day. I said what? International Nurses Day. And we get to do this once every year. So we have every cause to be happy. It is our day. And it is observed all around the world. And it is a day to commemorate the birth of Florence Nightingale, and of course to celebrate nurses and their various roles that they play in all fields. And of course, it's also a day for us to voice our challenges and call for redress of same. This event was initiated somewhere in the 60s through the efforts of the International Council of Nurses, and it is worthy of note that the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association has marked the day in Ghana with various events since that time. So this year, the global theme is Our Nurses, Our Future. But we in Ghana have chosen to launch and celebrate this year's International Nurses Day under the theme, Our Nurses and Midwives, Our Future. So we've tweaked it just a little bit, just to reflect who we are, and we are nurses and midwives. And so, as we celebrate today, as we launch and celebrate this day, what we do in our GRNMA is that our regions are going to take it up. They will also have regional lunch in the various 10 administrative regions. And interestingly, even beyond the regions, our districts also take it up. So it ends up being a year-long celebration, and it keeps our various constituents very active, and we are really, really happy about that. So those of you on Facebook watching us, please, whenever the time comes for your region or your district to celebrate, make sure you fully participate in the event. So in celebrating ourselves, we also know that the challenges we have needs to be looked at. But I must say that we are thankful to the International Council of Nurses, Public Services International, Commonwealth Nurses and Midwives Federation, the West African Health Sector Unions Network, and other partners for the immense support we have enjoyed from them over the past year. Nana Chairman, a couple of days ago, we marked the International Day of the Midwife, which was on the 5th of May, and celebrated our midwives, both home and abroad. Today, we celebrate ourselves as nurses in Ghana, and like I said, in GRNMA, we celebrate. The majority of these challenges has to do with study leave, promotions, and so on and so forth. And I believe the representative of the Director General, our own dear Madam Eva, is listening, and we will have to look at these issues. The post-basic nurses who have specialized in ophthalmic nursing, ENT, and so on have complained over the period about their inability to progress because of the skills. There needs to be vacancy before they are promoted and so on. But I think that at any point in time, there can be only one DDNS. But we can still receive that promotion so that we can gain that role that we need to play, and at the same time, take on the add-on bit of salary that comes to add on to make life easier for us. Our conditions of service is not the best. We appreciate where we are, but it's still not the best. And the low salaries, especially not only in Ghana, across Africa, it's not the best. And we have issues with the implementation of our collective agreement. 2.5 years on, our book and research allowance has still not been implemented. And our nurse educators and ourselves have been to the ministry a couple of times, and we employ our chief director, being here representing the minister, that it's important that after we have submitted the detailed data on the nurse educators who stand to gain or receive the book and research allowance, that the process is fast-tracked so that they can receive same. Nana Chair, we have logistical challenges, including the lack of modern equipment to care for our patients and the equipment we need for examinations and so on. The continuous use of obsolete equipment and limited supply of medicines and other consumables actually put our patients at risk, and we need adequate supply of these to ensure that we adequately care for our patients. Sometimes it gives you mental torture when you know you can actually save someone and yet you don't have what it takes to save the person. It becomes a nightmare. And I know, I've been there before, now I teach, but I've been at the clinical area, and I know. You sleep and you have dreams. That doesn't help. You wake up and you are scared, thinking that you have contributed to the loss of a life. But it's no fault of yours. Sometimes what you need to save that life is not there. And even as we've experienced the COVID-19 pandemic, it's important that we invest heavily in the health sector of Ghana so that we, as the providers, can adequately give the care that our patients and clients deserve. In fact, we have certain places that have very poor work environments. When we talk about poor work environments, it will amaze you. Some are taking care of communities in how do you say it? Dilapidated buildings, some with cracks, roofs that are ripped off and all of that. And we always clap for our preventive health nurses. Please, let's clap for them. They wade through rivers to wake up every day and still cross those rivers, sit in those canoes and boats, and go sit on those motors and go and care for those people. We are challenged with our colleagues who are at home and haven't been employed. As we speak, we still have hundreds of them, if not thousands, who are still waiting to be employed. And their license, nursing and midwifery is such that if you actually sit home and you are not working, you will lose the skills. You lose it. So from our end, what we keep on doing is to advocate for the Ministry of Health and the Ministry of Finance to ensure that we get them employed. And for them, sometimes what we tell them is try and get something going. Work in a private facility so that you can continue sharpening your skills. But sometimes these private facilities are also hesitant to employ them because they know that once the government clearance comes, they are going to leave their facilities and therefore reject employing them. So we call on you, our mother, today, all our challenges we are dropping at your feet. We need government to ensure that those who are at home are actually employed. We also have those doing their rotation, their allowance started. Just recently, I had a call. You know, we have our health fund, which is running. I had a call from a DDNS in BA. She indicated that we have a colleague of ours who has a kidney failure. She's going through dialysis. She actually needs to travel to India for kidney transplants. Already, we've given her 2 tranches of support, and she's received some support from Jubilee House, $20,000, yes, also, and it's still not enough. So now we are looking at, she needs about 300 and something thousand to be able to go have that surgery. And as a union, we don't have that money sitting there that we can give to her. And at the same time, we hear the employer doesn't have enough. Some bits of support are coming in, but it is not enough. So indeed, it's important that we have such an insurance scheme in place that takes care of us as caregivers, and if possible, after it has run for some time, also take care of our dependents. Many corporate institutions in Ghana who have employees who are not even in the health sector take care of their health. If you are a wife, it takes care of your husband and your children. If you're a husband, it takes care of your wife and your children. And I think that the health sector can do better. Of course, we understand. We understand where we find ourselves as an economy, looking at inflation, depreciation of the CD, the DD, and all that is going on. But we can do better, and we pray and hope that things will get better so that we can receive what is due us. And Nanache, the immigration of nurses is a big problem. And I want to believe that Director Nursing and Midwifery Services will talk about it. But I'm looking at the aspect where it's having a toll on us as caregivers. Workload is increasing. People are getting burned out. And it's important that we sit as stakeholders and address it. For us, we think that, look, the developed countries have gotten to a point where their own professionals, most of them have resigned because of the implications of COVID-19. They are no more interested in nursing. So it has left a wide gap in terms of employment. And therefore, they are looking nowhere else but Africa. And our comrades, not only in Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, everywhere, they are leaving. And we've been tracking the numbers. Since last year, January till date, close to 9,000 have passed through our offices. Because luckily for us, and very thankful to the NMC for agreeing to have that partnership with us. We just wanted to track the loans we've given to our members so that they don't run away with it. So you get clearance here before you go to the NMC to do your verification. And we've seen the numbers. It's amazing. They are always sitting here trying to clear themselves. And the issue is that some are saying they just want to gain experience out there. They want better salaries. They want better conditions of service. But the truth of the matter is, you know, in 2010, we conducted a research in collaboration with the Public Services International. And the reasons nurses gave for leaving Ghana has not changed. It's still the same today. It's still the same today. So we need to strategize. And we feel that we need to increase the training. Increase the training, but not of what we are seeing now. We need to stop the auxiliary training programs, the certificate programs. We need to stop it. For now, we can convert all those schools to diploma awarding schools, for now. And then target expanding the training of the first degree so that they can have the opportunity to go to the Ghana College and do the specialty programs. Once we beef up the training, we'll have enough of professionals to meet our own needs and at the same time be able to go into bilateral agreements with countries in order to export our nurses. For us, we are happy when it's a bilateral agreement because it is safer for the professional, government to government. Unlike what we see, individuals take their bags, they are off. There are agencies in this country who who are recruiting our nurses and midwives. And it will amaze you. Once you get there, they take your passport and put it down. You are going to work, pay for everything before you take your passport. And you are going to work for several months, sometimes years, to pay them back before you can be free. You can have your freedom to run your own life. So having such bilateral agreements actually safeguards the interests of the professional against unscrupulous agents who would want to take advantage of them. So we hope and pray that these challenges that have been outlined, you help us to address them so that we can be more happy to stay in Ghana and give the care and the services that we need to give the good people of Ghana. As a trade union representing the socioeconomic interests of thousands of nurses and midwives in Ghana, we have prioritized their welfare. And in view of that, we have instituted annual payments of the PIN renewal and IN renewal fees to the NMC. We have also instituted the GRNMA loans. We have land and housing mortgage support schemes. We have the health fund support. We have the GRNMA fund, which is targeted at retirement. We have retirement benefits for members. We have the flood and fire support for members. And last but not the least, in actual fact, there are more. But just like Nana said, we take pride in the annual awards. We take pride in the annual awards. And just like all the previous years, this year it will come up live on the 15th of December at our usual venue, Kempinski Hotel. And honorable Chief of Staff, we are going to hint something small to you. We wish that this year at the awards, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo will join us. And we will bring the invitation through you and hope that he will make time and join us for this year's awards. And Nana Chair, I've heard you, a medal for our fight against COVID-19. In fact, in 2020, we gave some awards, but we'll see what we can do this year in that regard. And to our members out there, those of our conditions of service is still ongoing. We are in the process of submitting the final proposal to the Fair Wages and Salaries Commission, and we will duly inform you through our usual communication networks as we progress. Our 16th Quadrennial National Delegates Congress will also come on this year in November. And as national executives, we are actually going to elect new national executives. And I want to use this opportunity to say thank you to you all for giving us the opportunity to serve you this past 3.5 years. My comrades and I are gearing up for November this year. And we hope and pray that you will give us the opportunity to continue to serve you. But what we also intend to do is to reduce the cost drastically. You know, in the past we've had banners and flyers at our congresses of elections, but we want to stop it all. And we are engaging the election committee to ensure that this year everything becomes e-campaign. E-campaign, you do everything through our social media networks so that whatever venue we are using, whatever hotel it is, we don't go and cover the whole place with banners and so on. And we hope that you will bear with us. So we have partnered this year with Adansi Travel and Tours to bring good travel experiences to our members. And we'll be giving them the opportunity to talk about this later. So you will hear it all. But one interesting thing that Madam Eugenia from Adansi told me is, look, Madam, if you stay in Ghana all your life and you die, God will not be happy with you. And I laughed and I said, Eugenia, what are you talking about? And she said, you must travel and see the world so that you appreciate God's creation. So we are going into this to give you the opportunity to travel. Not all of you can take advantage of it because it comes with cost. But we know we have those in the older grades who have lived their lives and they've been able to save enough. They have their house, they have their cars, and have some money to spare to actually travel. So take advantage of this. And once you hear about the packages, let's travel and see the world together so that God doesn't ask us questions when we die. Today, we are also outdooring the second edition of our GRNMA journal. And I'll humbly ask that we put our hands together for the editorial committee. In fact, you are all going to have copies of the journal. And we have also put some on sale under the canopy. You can get some for your staff and your colleagues. I'm told that it's actually in all your packages. Copies have been put in it, and you'll be receiving them. So we thank you, editorial committee, and we pray that more editions will come out. And we want to assure you that we'll continue to work with our partners within the nursing and midwifery fraternity, our employers, and all stakeholders to ensure that we continue providing good quality services to the good people of Ghana. And for us leadership, you've known us for the past 3 years. We are poised to continue providing the best of trade union services to you. So play your role as a member by ensuring that you attend meetings. If we are doing programs and you need to share, like this one, share it, like it, so that it makes our work more progressive. And we will continue abiding by our strategic plan, which is governed, it's under 6 main thematic areas: leadership and governance, education and training, research, campaigns and communication, member welfare, influencing health policy. And we call on all of you to continue supporting us. And let me also mention here, as a nursing and midwifery fraternity, we support each other. The School of Nursing is holding its anniversary, and they have sent out flyers. There are public lectures, there will be grand debates and all of that. Please, let's all participate fully. And the Dean of School of Nursing is here. Where are you? Yes. Professor Florence Nab is here. And so let us all support the School of Nursing. It's a pioneer school, isn't it? And they started it all, so let's support. And those of you who are actually alumni, you have a role to play. So on this note, I'll conclude my address by saying we are very grateful for all of you making time to be here, especially our dignitaries. And on behalf of the National Council and the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association, we wish all our nurses a happy, happy International Nurses Day. And we say a big aiko to all of you as nurses and midwives. Long live GRNMA. Long live Trade Union Solidarity. Long live Ghana. Thank you, and God bless us all.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much, Mrs. Perpetua Ofori Ampopo. So, please, kindly be seated. Ma'am will help us to launch the GRNMA and also the Adanse Travel and Tour package. I think you already can launch it.
Okay.
Then we move on.
So at this point, let me invite the Adanse team to join me here. Adanse team, please join me here, and let's put our hands together for them as they come. Eugenia and Co, where are you? I've seen them this morning all over the place. Are they not in this hall? Okay, so let's put our hands together for them. So I'll leave the floor to you and tell us something more. Just in a briefly, please. Thank you very much.
I just wanted to add a little to what you just said. If you live in Ghana and die, yes, God will question you, but you also get to grow younger when you travel. The moment you raise your head up and you say, wow, reduce, you increase your lifespan by 2 years. The more reason why we have a lot of healthy old age people living outside. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for this opportunity. The president of GRNMA, Mrs. Perpetua Ofuriampong, Ampofo, sorry, yeah. The chairman, Nana Kobna Nketia the fourth. Okay. All right, all protocols duly observed, yeah. So we are very honored as team from Adanse Tours, Adanse. We've distinguished ourselves as the leading travel company in Ghana. If you've ever heard of travel and it doesn't resonate with Adanse, then there's a problem. Because that is the only name you hear when it comes to travel. We are giving 1,001 people the privilege to see the beauty, the scenery of the world. We have taken over 10,000 people out there to see Africa, Asia, Europe, US, Canada, name it. And we keep doing this. Every 2 weeks, we have a group going to Dubai. This is an every 2 weeks thing, going to see the beauty of Dubai. All this was inspired by a group of young friends who traveled to Dubai 10 years ago. They just went to have fun. But when they sat and then they were doing their wows, increasing their lifespan by 2 years, they decided that, can we do this for our people? That was where the inspiration was from. And yes, they made it possible through determination, persistence, and this is where Adanse is 10 years now. And in the 10 years, we've also been inspired to bring on board a lot of innovation. Currently, we have over 5 brands under the Adanse umbrella. I heard President talking about your mortgage system. This partnership can actually make life very easier for you because we have Adanse properties. So we take care, over the years, the people that have traveled with us, people who have settled in outside world and wanted to do something out here, like build houses, they were frustrated because of the disappointments, even by relatives. The betrayals, people send money and then they are paying them. So all this inspired Adanse. What can we do to help our people? We have Adanse properties from any stage, including acquisition of land. So this is a partnership that we are going to facilitate what you already do. Acquisition of land, building, any stage, if it's furnishing, whatever you want us to do, Adanse Properties is there. If you have a property, you want to rent it or sell it, Properties is there to help. And over the years also with students, we realized that parents were worried. You need your kids or your children to further their education, and the whole process was cumbersome. So that also inspired another umbrella and brand of Adanse Travel, which is the Adanse Study and Work Consult. So you don't have to go through that stress. We take your headache for you, and then you just enjoy life. The next minute, you know that you are in Harvard or maybe Cambridge, wherever you may name it. That is also there for you. Then we have our reward system, which we call the Boss Travel. This is a rewarding system for all our loyal customers. It comes with a lot of innovative products that whatever travel you do, you get some traveling points as a way of saying thank you for being with Adanse. So that is also there for this partnership. And then the health tourism that actually puts us together as healthcare professionals. We've said a lot of things. Yes, there are lots of gaps. And I'm happy that we have our distinguished members here, as President was emphasizing on all the challenges. I think that each one of us here gets scared at some point in time when you are sick, because you know that if it's an emergency situation, the gaps in the healthcare system might, the word is might, we all get scared at some point. What can we do? People are out there through innovation, making healthcare very simple for their citizens. So this is what our health tourism stands for, where we can partner and make sure that we bring innovation down here. This year we are going to medical, we entreat a lot of us. Let's go. We can even get a delegation from the government. Let's go and see the innovations that are being displayed there. Which of them can we bring down here and then make our healthcare beneficial? So with GRNMA, if you ever pick, you decide or you just have a thought of traveling and you call Adanse, we have a special offer for you. Just by saying you are from GRNMA. The package, hey, you need to, yeah. Anyway, so there are lots of offerings for you when it comes to proper discounting for all your travel needs and all the things that we've said. Reward system in terms of even the health tourism, patient referrals, like your colleague, I'm sorry to hear about that. We have partner hospitals out there for kidney transplants, which we can work to get very good deals for her. This is what we want to do. We want to bridge the healthcare gap, actually bring world-class healthcare to your doorstep. Thank you very much. We are looking forward to a formidable, long-standing, mutually beneficial partnership with GRNMA. Long live GRNMA.
Thank you very much. Please, you can have your seat. All right, thank you. So there's a very beautiful package. We want to grow older. So when you travel, 2 years added, 2 years added. Nana? Younger. We don't want to grow older. 2 years younger. All right. So, all right. We have next on our list, we will take a speech from one of our important dignitaries in the house today. We are going to the labor industry or the ministry, you understand? Employment and labor. And to do us the honors to give us this speech is our honorable, who is a member of parliament for the Heman Lower Denchira constituency in the central region and the deputy minister for employment and labor relations. He is a lawyer and a development planner with nearly 20 years experience in educational planning and rural development. He is a member of the Spring International Association of Development Planners. He holds a postgraduate diploma in regional development planning and management from Dortmund University, Germany, as well as a Bachelor of Arts degree in social science from the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. Honorable Reku Brube has worked extensively with the Ghana Education Service and various district assemblies in Ghana. He has also done development work with several organizations, including USAID, UNHCR, and UNDP. With a very big round of applause, please, let's welcome our Deputy Minister for Employment and Labor Relations, Honorable Reku Globe. Right.
Nana Chair, Nana Kobnan Ketia, the fifth, my own boss, the Honorable Chief of Staff, my mom, the Honorable Akosia Frema Selpari. All protocols observed. I know time is moving very, very fast, and you probably must be leaving the hall. And because my boss is here, I will not do much talking. I will leave that for her. I will only talk about one or two things in brief, and I'll take my seat. The first is to apologize on behalf of the sector minister, the Honorable Ignatius Bafwewa. He's been there for labor. He's been there for you. And he actually planned coming to this event. This morning, there is the Ghana European Center for Jobs and Migration. He's meeting about 13 ambassadors from the European Union, and he asked me to come and represent. More so, he says that once Chief of Staff is there, you are her son. Indeed, I am. The Honorable Chief of Staff was an MP. I am an MP. The Honorable Chief of Staff was the Deputy Minister for Employment and Labor Relations. I am a Deputy Minister for Employment and Labor Relations. So I occupy her office. I'm the only privileged appointee occupying her office. And I won't tell you the good things I get. So, Nana Chair, I said just two things. Today I've been schooled. Outside the nursing fraternity, you would think that everybody in green or white is a nurse. In fact, that's what many people and myself I thought. But today I hear there are nurses, there are midwives, and whatever. As for me, I thought all of you were nurses. Just like people thought all toothpaste were Pepsodent. The next thing is to assure the nursing fraternity that when it comes to your profession, you have a ministry. That's Ministry of Health. But when it comes to labor, your welfare proper, you metamorphose and then come to our ministry. So the Ministry of Employment and Labor Relations is one of the only cross-cutting ministries in Ghana. We work for everybody. Unfortunately, sometimes when your matters get to us, as you say in your profession, they are BID, they are brought in dead. And you have to declare strikes. And when it is only strike, that people remember that we exist. Then they are calling, where are they? Where are they? But the matter started some 2 years ago, which we were never informed until they get to BID, and then we are called to come in. So my honorable says I should tell you that any matter concerning your welfare, when you discuss it, in fact, when you initiate the discussion with your mother ministry, put us in copy so that at least we know what is happening and we jump in to salvage the situation before they get worse. I was very surprised hearing that 2 years now, your professional development allowance has not been paid. The book and research. So I will take it up. And then we will liaise with Finance Ministry and the appropriate ministries so that you will not say you are going on strike over that. We will not agree. We will not agree. The next is also to congratulate you. Today is your day, nurses and midwives. All over the world, we are proud of you. You do as the honest. And sometimes people say, when you are not even sick, and indeed it happened to me. In Kumasi, I was living with my sister. At some point, there will be disagreements. Then I'll just tell her I'm going to the hospital. That's the only time she will prepare soup and bring it to me. So I will go and confer with her nurse. I say, you keep me on the bed and tell her I'm sick. So you are wonderful and amazing people, and we cherish you. We wish you very well. On two things, the bit of the exodus of nurses. Hold your fires. The government, through the Ministry of Health, Ministry of Labor, is working out something productive. As your president was saying, sometimes you meet people abroad who are professionals in Ghana, and the kind of work they are doing, you can't believe it. It's so demeaning. It's so demeaning. So the government is working out something, and then we will get to you appropriately. About a week ago, there was a release from the Employment Ministry. We have heard of the unscrupulous nature of personalities that are exploiting nursing professionals, and when they even take you abroad, instead of engaging you as nurses, they call you home care, whatever, and the situations are not too rosy, as we are told here before you leave. So take your time. We'll streamline it. We'll streamline it. On the matter of the backlog of nurses, let me help Chief of Staff a bit. You know that this government has been the one that has really helped the health system. As I speak, and until 2022, from 2017 to 2022, we have added 110,000 nurses, 763. And I don't want to bring these figures to mar the beauty of today. But later, you can see us in the ministry, I will give it to you. We came in 2017 when there was backlog of health professionals, those in allied health, those in the nursing and midwifery profession, the pharmacists, the medical and dentists, and all those professionals, we had a backlog. And in 2017, we recruited 16,502. In 2018, we recruited 11,021. In 2019, we recruited 40,201. In 2020, we recruited 28,525. In 2021, we recruited 708. That was post-COVID. And in 2022, Madam President, be assured that we are not in normal times. And when things stabilize a little bit, the health sector is one we prioritize, and we'll make sure the backlog will be cleared. The last is the conditions of service. Yes, as I said, keep us in copy. Fair wages comes to us every morning. If you have any dealing with them, we are happy to receive you and to ensure that you get it. The collective bargaining agreement is owned by the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association. And for me, working in the labor ministry, I tried to put acronym to all your names. And I realized that GRNMA is grandma. So you are the grandma and you hold the bargaining certificate. I urge you to pull the other ones along. Those that are in the nursing profession, pull them along when you are coming for collective bargaining discussions, and let us ensure that the nursing fraternity has decent and better conditions. So on this note, I will thank you very much. Special thanks to my boss, and then ask permission to exit. Long live GRNMA Grandma. Long live Ghana.
Oh, thank you. We can do it better. A round of applause for Honorable Bright Rekubobe. Okay. Thank you, Honorable. Thank you so much. So we are the grandmas. So happy Mother's Day in advance to us all. All right, time is fast spent. We'll move straight to the next item on our program this morning. We will call on Mrs. Anna Kolinati. She's the GRNMA Brongahafo Regional Secretary to introduce our keynote address speaker for us this morning. Please, a round of applause for
her. Unity. Indeed, in unity lies strength. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm delighted to introduce our keynote speaker for this August occasion. Our keynote speaker is an accomplished nurse, healthcare leader, a seasoned researcher with over 20 years of experience. Her impactful career began at the Central Regional, now Cape Coast Teaching Hospital, a registered nurse. Ever since, she has served in various capacities as a health educator, a health advocate, a leader, consultant, and reviewer for several reputable journals across the globe. She has contributed significantly to the advancement of nursing and midwifery practice, education and research in Ghana and beyond. Our keynote speaker holds a PhD from University of Cape Coast and master's from the University of Northumbria, UK. She has served on numerous boards and committees, both locally and internationally, championing the cause of nursing and midwifery. She has received several awards for her research output. She is the first to be appointed as the Dean of School of Nursing and Midwifery, University of Cape Coast, and is well respected for her great achievements. The keynote speaker for this year's International Nurses and Midwives Day is Dr. Mrs. Nancy Innocentia Ebu Enyang, Dean, School of Nursing and Midwifery, UCC. Dr. Enyang will be sharing with us her insightful and expertise on the theme for this year's celebration, Our Nurses and Midwives, Our Future, drawing from her vast experience and expertise in the field of nursing and midwifery. Please, with a round of applause, join me in welcoming Dr. Mrs. Nancy Innocentia Enyang.
Hosa, hosa, ho. Hosa, hosa, ho.
Nana Chairman, Nana Kobna Nketia the Fifth, Chief of Isikado Traditional Area. Please permit me to stand on the existing protocol established and proceed with my speech. It is an honor for me to be here today to celebrate International Nurses Day. And I'm particularly excited because I will be speaking on the theme, Our Nurses and Midwives, Our Future. This day is significant because it gives us the opportunity to appreciate our nurses and midwives because they are the lifeline of our health system. I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate our nurses and midwives, both at home and abroad, for their dedicated and committed service to humanity. The work of a nurse or midwife is not easy. It requires commitment, patience, dedication, compassion, courage, and a caring attitude. We give hope and comfort, and we provide care to individuals, families, and communities. Often, we end up experiencing burnout, but we don't give up. We celebrate your numerous achievements or contributions towards building a resilient health system. As nurses and midwives, we form the majority of the health sector workforce. So this implies that to achieve any significant improvements in the health sector, the role that we play cannot be overemphasized. As the world, and Ghana for that matter, strive to accelerate progress towards universal health coverage, and achieve the Sustainable Development Goals by 2030, we need to invest more in our nurses and midwives to enable them contribute meaningfully at the various levels of the health delivery system. The global strategic direction for nursing emphasized 4 main areas of investment. That is education and training, jobs, leadership, and service delivery. These areas are critical because the coronavirus pandemic taught us a lot of lessons, and it's about time that we reflect, take a deep introspection, and see how we can safeguard our future. Ladies and gentlemen, the future of nurses and midwives requires access to high-quality nursing and midwifery education. To facilitate this, it is important that government and stakeholders consider changing the entry requirements or entry level into professional nursing and midwifery to a degree, and pragmatic efforts put in place to allow those with diplomas to acquire degrees. This will be a giant step towards improving the quality of nursing and midwifery care. I must acknowledge that higher education opportunities for midwives are, however, limited in Ghana. So there is the need for stakeholders, especially educational institutions, to collaborate with partners with the needed expertise to design postgraduate programs in midwifery. Again, our educational program should be designed in such a way that it reflects the 21st century skill sets. We want our graduates to be critical thinkers, to be innovative, to be creative. They should also have that sense of leadership and collaboration to be able to drive national health priorities. This also means that we need to also pay attention to our faculty. Our nursing and midwifery faculty should be well prepared. They need to have the relevant content knowledge, pedagogical as well as technological knowledge in order to advance nursing and midwifery outcomes both in the classroom and the clinical environment. Nana Chairman, the future of nursing and midwifery education in Ghana also requires immediate intervention. There is the need for our nursing and midwifery training institutions to be upgraded to colleges of nursing and midwifery education. At least, stakeholders can consider the institutions with adequate research masters prepared faculty as a pilot and gradually roll it out. I must say that some of these institutions currently have existing collaboration with some of the public universities, so we can leverage on the existing collaboration to facilitate the process. So it is important that the Ministry of Health, the Ministry of Labor and Labor Relations, Ministry of Finance, and other relevant stakeholders come together to make this a reality. Another area worth investing in is specialist nursing and midwifery programs by the Ghana College of Nurses and Midwives. With the changing population dynamics and the increasing life expectancy, there is a need for expansion and access to specialized nursing and midwifery programs or nurse-led or midwife-led models of care. Therefore, strengthening the capacity of the Ghana College of Nurses and Midwives will facilitate the training and expansion of the services of clinical nurse specialists to deprived and underserved communities, thereby strengthening primary health care. We also have to focus on training more intensive care nurses as well as public health nurses in preparation for possible future pandemics. Nana Chairman, I feel sad to mention that our trainee nurses and midwives after completion have to stay home for years before being engaged in formal employment. So looking into the future, there is a need for timely employment. As we have a goal of achieving universal health coverage, and we can't leave them behind. Also, the nursing and midwifery workforce in Ghana has not been spared by the challenges of the coronavirus pandemic as we continue to experience mass migration. Based on observational data from our facilities, we are losing our competent nurses and midwives. And this has obvious negative implications for the health of our populace. The drivers of the migration include poor conditions of service, poor working environment, inadequate opportunities for professional development, increased workload, lack of motivation. There are other personal and family-related factors, such as just change of environment or better career development opportunities, among others. We need accurate national data. The Nursing and Midwifery Council may have data, but there is the need for us to think and find ways of getting accurate national data to guide nursing and midwifery interventions regarding the immigration, as it will also help in further policy directives. Nana Chairman, the government and relevant stakeholders need to be intentional in providing a supportive environment that challenges the nurse or midwife to maximize their potential and skills. Attractive working conditions, good salaries, scholarship schemes for them to pursue further studies, appropriate staffing levels at the various health facilities through good health system governance. Again, retention packages in the form of mortgage or affordable houses can also help. Furtherance to this, there is a need for a reintegration policy that supports nurses and midwives in the diaspora who have the desire to come home and contribute to building our health system. So there is the need for a reintegration policy. As when they come, they are not just coming, they are coming to contribute their knowledge and skills. Without coordinated and sustained efforts in tackling issues within the nursing and midwifery workforce, progress towards universal health coverage could be hampered. Nana Chairman, in the area of service delivery, training of the nursing and midwifery workforce on the use and adoption of digital technologies in the provision of care will potentially eliminate geographical barriers. For instance, some health facilities across the country have successfully implemented the electronic health records. So in the same spirit, measures can be instituted for nurses and midwives to pilot other innovative technologies, including the use of WhatsApp. Actually, WhatsApp can be used to deliver antenatal education or pregnancy school, also in the management of people with chronic diseases. We can use WhatsApp in delivering some of the education. I must acknowledge that there could be challenges. One, access to the available technologies, the poor internet connectivity, and power supply. But if we think or we prioritize it, then wherever the money is, I think it can be made available. This will eventually reduce the time needed for travel to access healthcare, follow-ups, and consultations that do not require extensive medical tests and examinations. We believe that the effective implementation of the Ghana Health Service Policy and Strategy on Digital Health will enhance the digitalization agenda. Nana Chairman, investment in the nursing and midwifery interventions to strengthen population-based care is also paramount. Health is made at home. Hospitals are just for repairs. So it is our duty as nurses and midwives to assist the public to create and maintain good health and address many of today's social and environmental health determinants, including communicable and non-communicable diseases. So nurses and midwives should be well resourced to engage in health promotion and disease prevention at the community level, as well as strengthen continuity of care and referral pathways. We also need to pay attention to quality as we provide nursing and midwifery services. And to ensure this quality, we need to properly evaluate the care and interventions. So future quality initiatives require proper coordination and linkages between health facilities. As when this is done, can enhance quality care, eliminate repetition of diagnostic procedures and testing, repeat medical histories, needless hospitalization, multiple prescriptions, adverse drug interactions and possible reactions, reduce healthcare expenditure, and improve care outcomes. It is worth mentioning that nurses and midwives in the quest to provide quality population care encounter numerous challenges, including inadequate resources to facilitate their work. And again, the delays in reimbursements from the National Health Insurance Scheme, making delivery of services, especially at the community-based health planning and services compounds difficult. Also, those who work in hard-to-reach communities expose themselves to bad conditions, including dilapidated infrastructure, reptile attacks, and other hazards. So as we celebrate this day, we want to like to draw the attention of the Ministry of Health and its agencies to effectively implement the occupational health and safety policy and guidelines for the health sector. This policy, when fully implemented, will allow for certain compensations to be paid to relevant workers in the event of injuries sustained at the workplace. We also have to look at our leadership. The future of nursing and midwifery requires committed, ethically inclined, and goal-oriented leaders to drive the nursing and midwifery agenda within the health sector. We are strategically positioned to lead the transformative changes that are happening, as we can contribute meaningfully as members of the interprofessional team. But there is the need for a paradigm shift, and this shift demands a new sort of knowledge, attitude, and skills about wellness and population health. We also have to be committed and focus more on patient-centered care. There is the need for proper coordination of care, proper data management, proper use or appropriate use of evidence, and quality improvement. Nana Chairman, to conclude, the commitment and dedication of nurses and midwives towards building a resilient health system are desirable. As nurses and midwives, we form the majority, and our contribution is much needed in achieving the universal health coverage and sustainable development goals, especially Goal 3. So how can we contribute? The theme is our nurses, our future. So looking into the future, it is time for deep introspection. We all have to reflect. In terms of our health system, what do we envisage? What do we hope to see? As individual practitioners, how should our practice change? How should we develop ourselves so that in the future we all get there, see the nursing and midwifery that we all want? It is imperative that investment in the nursing and midwifery workforce prioritize the welfare of nurses and midwives as well as our patients or clients. And there should be a strong focus on training and education, employment and retention packages, high quality service delivery, leadership and effective governance to address both our national health priorities and global goals. Once again, I would like to congratulate all nurses and midwives, both at home and abroad, for the great work you are doing. Are you cool? Thank you.
Let's do it better for our keynote speaker, Dr. Abu. More than grateful. We're moving on. Another proud nurse and a midwife representing our DG, Director General for the Ghana Health Service. She is a DNMS, Deputy Director of Nursing and Midwifery Services. Director of Nursing and Midwifery Services. Let's welcome Madam Eva Mensah, a proud nurse and a midwife. Thank you.
And Chairman, Omahine of Isikado Traditional Area, and Kobina Nketia the Fifth. The Chief of Staff for the Republic of Ghana, Honorable Akusia Frima Osei Opari, distinguished members of the podium, kindly permit me to stand on existing protocol to save time. I present this speech on behalf of the Director General of the Ghana Health Service, who would have loved to be here, and we all know has nursing and midwifery at his heart, but he is currently out of the country and has nominated me to step in his stead. And so I hope to present this as he would wish during this august occasion. It is my pleasure to be part of this International Day of the Nurse, a day set aside not only to recognize and celebrate nurses across the globe, but also to take stock of nursing service delivery and to chart the way forward from experiences, current health needs, global trends, making meaning of data, and evidence-based practice. Globally, International Nurses Day is celebrated on the 12th May each year in memory of the founder, Florence Nightingale. And in Ghana, we have always marked this day as an opportunity to honor nurses and midwives, raise awareness of their contributions, and take stock of their challenges in the presence of policymakers and relevant stakeholders. And actually, during the highest peak of the COVID-19 pandemic, the world had a better perception of the nursing profession due to the remarkable contributions of nurses towards the delivery of service. Nurses battled with physical, mental, and emotional exhaustion as frontliners to ensure improvement in health outcomes. Nurses and midwives have always been at the forefront of healthcare delivery, right from the community level to the highest level of healthcare services in this country. And therefore, the theme, our nurses and midwives, our future, could not have been more appropriate, as it is critical to identify what nurses need to deliver services as expected to address challenges and improve global health for all. Lessons learned from the pandemic have made it imperative for the world to address the future of nurses and midwives, training of nurses, those related to in-service work environment, and other associated with continuous professional development. It saves lives to addressing the challenges that confront nurses and midwives. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, according to the State of the World Nursing Report 2022, the pre-pandemic global shortage of nurses was estimated at 5.9 million nurses. Nearly all these shortages were concentrated in lower and middle income countries. The pandemic has exacerbated the existing nursing supply shortfall. And we can see that the supply shortfall that has occurred in well-endowed countries has led to the worsening of the situations in the lower endowed countries. The recent attrition rate in the country cannot be overlooked. And we need a policy dialogue to identify the root cause and contributing factors to such huge migration. And these dialogue should translate into policies and actions as soon as possible if we want to see the future of our health system in Ghana improving for where it is today. I therefore call on all stakeholders, including training institutions, policymakers, the public, nursing associations, partners, and government to join forces to support Ghanaian nurses and midwives. We would, as a matter of agency need to restructure a health system to promote nursing and midwifery leadership at all levels, embrace nursing and midwifery innovations, and encourage evidence-based practice. We also need to institute the character of empathy in nurses and midwives, allowing the practice to be guided by the sensitivities of our clients. As Director General of the Ghana Health Service, the largest agency, I am troubled by the developments that I'm seeing in our country. I have, as a result, on my own small ways, increased the study leave quota significantly across all the areas where nurses would want to engage in further studies. In line with scientific evidence, we have also revised job descriptions for nurses and midwives to align with evolving trends, and are in the process of placing midwives at the center of the new Model Health Center, which is the network of practice at the sub-district levels. Additionally, we've been able to implement the non-monetary aspects of rural incentives. Currently, nurses and midwives who have served at least 2 years in hard-to-reach areas can apply for a transfer to a more endowed district in the region. The service is also in the process of introducing a new scheme of service. The new scheme of service will address what the president of the GRNMA talked about when it comes to post-basic specializations in the health service. And we will be engaging the associations to look at how we chart this forward to improve the nomenclature of nursing and midwifery in the health service. We cannot, however, as employers, solve all the challenges confronting the Ghanaian nurse and the midwife. You, as nurses and midwives, have crucial roles to play in coming together once again from evidence to reality. You must begin to ask yourselves, as nurses, these burning questions. And the first one is, how do we prepare the nurse and the midwife to fit into the transformation agenda of the health service? When we look at telemedicine, we look at electronic medical records and meeting the changing expectation of the population. The second question we should ask ourselves is, what has become of the numerous innovations by Ghanaian nurses and midwives who have won awards over the years? How can we improve pre-service training of nurses? Because ultimately, these nurses who come out of the pre-service area work in the practice area, and their preparation must fit the needs of the practice area. The fourth question is, what residency programs are needed to place Ghana in a sound footing towards attaining desired health outcomes? And thus, we are saying that the Ghana College for Nurses and Midwives must align with the changing needs of the practice setting to develop programs that fit within our service area. How do serving nurses and midwives mentor and coach younger ones? How do you improve client care and communication with clients and significant others? And finally, how do we build a strong collaboration between nursing and midwifery training, regulation, and practice to achieve desired outcomes? As a collective, the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association and other sister associations must follow up and maintain the momentum to document the good practices of our future initiatives and policy dialogues. The association should also set standards to maintain excellence and commitment to duty, and play the crucial role of identifying potential leaders to develop a critical mass of empowered nurses and midwives who will advocate for their profession. We will, meanwhile, as employers, continue to engage private sector players, such as non-governmental organizations and development partners, to deepen the implementation of deprived area incentive schemes to motivate nurses and midwives serving in rural and hard-to-reach areas. Indeed, the time to come together again is now, and we stand a good chance to reposition the noble nursing and midwifery profession for glory when we come together. When we come together, we will have strength in numbers, and that will be a determination of the clarion call to address their realities confronting the future of the professions and the way forward. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Director General and on my own behalf, I wish to thank you sincerely for your inestimable contributions towards levels of healthcare delivery, or towards good outcomes in the levels of the healthcare delivery system. The health sector is proud of you, and the nation remains grateful to you. May the spirit of this year's International Nurses Day revitalize togetherness in us and move us to address the way forward as well as the future of the professions. Long live nurses and midwives. Have a happy International Nurses Day. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much, Director of Nursing and Midwifery Services, Madam Eva Mensah. Unity. Unity. We will be having 2 minutes musical interlude once again from the Winneba Youth Choir. And I pray that at least we stretch our legs because of DVT. And right after that, we'll be rallying around the lamp. And we've been given some small blue bags. We have candles in the bags. You take your candle out. Once you see the lamp coming in, as and when it's time, we'll light the candles for you. Winneba Youth Choir, the next 2 minutes again is for you. It's our day. We are celebrating International Nurses and Midwives Day. So let's be happy. Let's be merry. Thank you. I can see the regional chairman for Ashanti region. Our regional chairman, Ashanti region, Mr. Jones Afriye Anto, and another gentleman. Let's go down. And a very big thank you to Winneba Youth Choir. Thank you, Winneba Youth Choir. Let's give it up for Winneba Youth Choir. Unity. Unity. One thing is that music is food for the soul. Ejom, eyokra ne duane. Ti wote jom na wanya tenka bi woni padua ni mu a. Hwehwem. Gradually we're coming to the apogee of International Nurses Day. Another wonderful person representing the Health Minister, Honorable Kwekwajiman Menu, will be giving us his address and a bit about him before he mounts the podium. Our Chief Director, Alhaji Hafiz Adams, was appointed as the Chief Director in the Civil Service of Ghana in February 2019 and posted to the Ministry of Business Development in April in the same year. This wonderful man joined the public service in November 1992. He began his career as an assistant director in the administrative class and rose through the ranks by dint of hard work to a director of administration in 2010. Honorable Alhaji Hafiz Adams is an enthusiastic, optimistic, and energetic person with several years of experience in public administration. His objective is to pursue a distinctive career in public administration in a challenging and learning environment to help build the capacity of the employee with requisite skills, competencies, and behaviors for them to grow and develop to realize their full potential and contribute their quota to achieve planned objectives. This afternoon, Nana Chair, ladies and gentlemen, with a big round of applause, let's welcome our Chief Director, Alhaji Hafiz Adams, as he represents the Health Minister. Thank you.
Very many thanks for all the kind words. I'm Nana Chairman, Omahini of Escado traditional area from Western region, who I have followed for a long time from long range. And he has always been spectacular wherever he finds himself. I'm not surprised that today he has shown the way again. It is often said that the best comes from the West. Having acknowledged Nana Chairman, let me recognize the presence of my mother, our mother, the nation's mother, in the person of our Chief of Staff of the Republic of Ghana. I stand here on behalf, let me also recognize and acknowledge the presence of all invited guests and dignitaries to these very, very important events. I believe in Nana, and so I don't also believe in protocol. But there are some protocols you cannot ignore. So I stand on behalf of my Honorable Minister, Honorable Kweku Agyeman-Menu, to bring you fraternal greetings from him and also extend his congratulatory message to you on this very, very important occasion. His absence is indeed regrettable. Today is an important day in the milestone of our nurses and midwives. Nana Chairman, it is an honor to join you all today for this 2023 International Nurses Day. This special day reminds us of the invaluable contributions of our nurses and midwives that they play in the advancement of the development of our country, especially in the health service delivery system in Ghana and across the world. My minister has asked me again to send his hearty congratulations to all nurses around the country. Indeed, this month of May is a special one for our nurses and our midwives. Just a week ago, we also observed the International Day of the Midwives in Cape Coast. Nana Chairman, I am informed that the theme for this year's celebration, nurses and midwives, our future. Is there anybody here who does not care about his future? I don't think so. For us, it's apt and emphasizes the critical role nurses and midwives play in shaping the future of our healthcare in Ghana and beyond. It is also an opportunity for us to reflect on the challenges facing the profession and what we as a government and society can do to support the profession to grow, to realize its mandate. As we look ahead, Nana Chairman, it is clear there's no doubt that the nursing and midwifery will play an even more critical role in our healthcare delivery system in future. Nurses and midwives serve as the patient and family's initial point of contact, offering not just medical attention, but also emotional support and direction in their situation. Indeed, the future of nursing and midwifery is not just about continuing the good work you are doing in our various facilities and communities, but also about your resilience to the challenges of healthcare and making sure we are ready to meet the challenges that lies ahead after COVID-19. I remember Nana saying that at the height of COVID-19, all the generals in Ghana were taking cover. Only the nurses were in the forefront of affairs. We salute you for that. Ladies and gentlemen, in recent times, there has been a significant increase in the demand for healthcare services in Ghana. This demand is due to the fact that we have a growing population, health illiteracy, increasing prevalence of non-communicable and chronic diseases, prevalences and outbreak of some zoonotic disease, as well as an increase in the number of people seeking proper health care. It is essential that nurses building, and we need to train our nurses to acquire the requisite skills so as to be able to put up their best. Ladies and gentlemen, in recent years, we have seen significant progress in nursing and midwifery education, training, and professional development. There are unlimited opportunities in this country for nurses and midwives to develop and receive professional education. And I am glad to inform you, as you are already aware, even there are institutions in Ghana that offers master degrees in our various institutions. And we urge you to take advantage of that and then build your capacity, acquire the necessary skills, and then be able to deliver on your mandate and give Ghana the best out of it. Among the institutions that we can talk about, the Ghana College of Nurses and Midwives, which is also contributing enormously by providing specialist training for nurses and midwives to fill key gaps in our health delivery system. We need, at this juncture, to commend the government of Ghana for providing the policy frameworks and enabling environment for this work and development to occur. Nana Chairman, the future of nurses' profession must be linked to the culture of research. If we really want to have an enduring future, then we need to start doing research in our areas of profession, because these days people are talking of data and science. And therefore, whatever we do should be buttressed with science and data. Nana Chairman, by incorporating research into our practices, we can improve patient outcomes, enhance the effectiveness of interventions that we implement to improve efficiency, and, very important, reduce the risk of complications and errors in our institutions. Our ministry will continue to visit. Our ministry has been bombarded with cases of what I have come to see on my table, cases of negligence on the part of health personnel. The first thing that confronted me, I'm barely 10 days in the office, and I have more than 10 cases of court cases before me against certain institutions for negligence. I want to appeal. It is against this background that I'm saying that we should support ourselves with research so that we'll reduce these incidents of errors to the barest minimum. Nana Chairman, I know we have challenges in this country. We are currently witnessing the continuous migration of our experienced nursing and midwives into high-income countries for greener pastures. This is a global phenomenon. Our deputy minister has already talked on it, and I want to confirm what he has said, that we are having high-level discussions to ensure that at the end of the day, the migration of our nurses will inure to the benefit of not only the individual, but the nation as a whole. Nana Chairman, As part of our commitment as a ministry, we have rolled out a number of initiatives in support of our nurses and midwives through the implementation of a 5-year nursing and midwifery strategic plan, which spanned from 2019-2023. Notable among them are national implementation of professional mentorship program, institutionalization of the Ministry of Health-sponsored annual nursing and midwifery excellence and Hall of Fame awards, strengthening of our perception system, building and empowering the leadership capacity of our nurses, etc., etc. Nana Chairman, as I conclude on behalf of my honorable minister, I wish to reiterate the need for harmony and unity among the nursing profession. I'm happy to learn that your motto is unity. Unity. Thank you very much. I urge you, therefore, the leadership of the nursing and midwifery fraternity to work together in the spirit of mutual respect and to uphold the good name of the profession at all times. Despite the diversities, the adversaries, unity is very, very important. Finally, Nana Chairman, I would like to urge you and to encourage you to, as it were, stand by government at all times, whether there is Ukrainian war or whether or not there is COVID. Please stand by the government, beside the government, for us to be able to manage our resources in a manner that will not only benefit the nursing fraternity, but other professionals. On behalf of my honorable minister, it is my pleasure to, as it were, thank you very much for inviting him and giving me the opportunity to represent him. May God bless us all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chief Director Alhaji Hafiz Adams. Those watching us live on our Facebook page, GRNMA, we are so grateful. Please continue to share as we've gotten to the apex of our International Nurses Day celebration. And if it's possible for you to get a candle wherever you are, not those of us here, we have our candles. Please open your bags, you have your candle in there. But those watching us on Facebook, try and get a candle as and when we light, you light yours. So we are going to rally around the lamp, and I call on NEC, our National Executive. Okay, so we are going to rally around the lamp. Let's get ourselves prepared. Thank you.
Nurses so say yeah, nurses so say yeah, oh yeah, midwives oh say aye. Indeed, we have come together to celebrate another International Nurses Day. Good afternoon, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Globally, the 12th of May celebrated National Nurses Day. Nurses and midwives are appreciated for their dedication and hard work worldwide. It also marks the birth of a phenomenal lady who made a great impact in our noble profession. Many stories have been told about this famous and iconic lady with a lamp, also known as the mother of modern nursing, Florence Nightingale. This selfless girl was born into a family of nursing, but she decided to hack the voice of God and pursue her calling, which is nursing, and defied her parents' wishes to get married at the age of 16. She was trained in Germany and worked in England. In 1853, when the Crimean War broke, the mortality rate was very high. She, together with 38 others, were called to the battlefield to take care of injured soldiers at the military. Their actions reduced the mortality rate. We celebrate her today for her extraordinary role among her peers through her exhibition of empathy to the wounded soldiers. During the night, she was Adake's companion, with her lamb giving hope and encouraging words. Thank you. With her lamb giving hope and encouraging words as a little to the wounded. Later, the soldiers started calling her the lady with the lamp because whenever they saw the lamp, they got to know there was light at the end of the tunnel. The lamp then came to represent boldness, compassion, dedication to duty, love, unity, and became the emblem of modern nursing. Today, we celebrate nurses and midwives around the globe, both retired and nursing, and near. From the CHIPS compound to the specialized hospitals. We say Ayiko for your dedication, sacrifices, hard work, and commitment. From the depths of our hearts, the entire leadership, and also the entire country. We say more any ejumapa amoye. Today, as we rally around the lamp, let us go back to our various facilities and affirm our commitment to our duties as Florence Nightingale performed, because that is a child to keep we have and a generation to serve. Ladies and gentlemen, shall we rise to receive the lamp?
Can we invite Madame Perpetua Ofori Ampofo to help us light the lamp? Madam President, please.
You see, I'm now sweating.
Now, everybody should try and get his or her candle lighted. NEC is helping us. Our National Executive Council members, led by the President himself. Members. privilege. Please make sure that your candle is lighted. NEC members, led by the President, Mrs. Perpetua Lufori,
I'm a perioperative nurse. The light will shine wherever we are. Happy International Nurses Day.
I am a pediatric nurse. The light will shine wherever we are. Happy International Nurses Day.
I am a police nurse. The light will shine wherever we are. Happy International Nurses Day.
I am a midwife. The light will shine wherever we are. Happy International Nurses Day.
I am a mental health nurse. I am a mental health nurse. The light will shine wherever we are. Happy International Nurses Day.
I am a military nurse. The light will shine wherever we are. Happy International Nurses Day. The lamp.
Our hope.
And now the nurses pledge.
I acknowledge the special training I've received has prepared me as a responsible member of the community.
I promise to care for the sick with all the skill I possess, no matter their race, creed, color, political or social status, sparing no effort to conserve life, alleviate pain, and promote health. I promise to respect at all times the dignity of the patients in my charge. I promise to hold in confidence all personal information entrusted to me. I promise to keep my knowledge and skills at the professional level and to give the highest standard of nursing care to my patients. I promise to patients and citizens for the promoting health locally, nationally, and internationally. So help me God. And now the midwife's prayer. Have mercy upon me, O Lord, and in all my actions. Let me have thy fear before my eyes, that I may be careful for both the rich and poor, to do good and not to hurt, to save lives and not to destroy. Help my infirmities and imperfections, and grant me skills and judgment, happily to finish every work through Christ our Lord. Amen.
I equal to all nurses and midwives in Ghana and around the world. Yes, it's wonderful. Wherever we find ourselves, we'll ensure that we'll light our lamp. Now, please, you can put your lights off. Aiko. Yeah, yeah. Thank you very much, Winneba Youth Choir. Nurses and midwives across the world, especially in Ghana, we should ensure that our lights shine. We've gotten to the peak of our day. And in 2 minutes, we will call on GRNMA except God, to give us something very hot but brief before we introduce our special guest of honor officially. Thank you.
Oh, so beautiful. Mommy, I'm on some Momo. This is the GRNMA Ketegu. Oh, I used to remember when I was young. It was my specialty. Oh, yes, I was very good, but now all right. Our mommy is still here. She has done so well. She started with us and she's ending with us. Thank you so much, Mom. And to do by introducing our special guest of honor today, we'll call on Miss Dinah Nyako. She is a senior midwifery officer at local district hospital, Dodowa, to introduce our special guest of honor.
Thank you. Nana Chair, Kobna Nketia the Fifth, please permit me to stand on existing protocol. I'm highly honored to introduce this prestigious person who is going to be speaking to us. Honorable Akosia read BSc Home Science at the University of Ghana, Legon, and subsequently gained scholarship to further her education at the Guelph University in Canada, where she was awarded a master's degree in food.
Hello? Add the two. Both of them all.
Okay, I'll add both. She has worked as a pupil teacher at St. Monica's Secondary School in Mampong, research assistant at the Institute of Statistical, Social, and Economic Research, University of Ghana, until her appointment as a lecturer at the Home Science Department of the Faculty of Agriculture in University of Ghana, Legon. Whilst working in her capacity as lecturer, she rose to occupy an acting head of department position between the years of 1988 to 1989 in the same department. Honorable Akosia Frema Osei Opari has also worked as a lecturer and consultant at Yambio Institute of Agriculture under the government of the Republic of Sudan's USAID-funded Southern Manpower Development Project. She also worked on the Community Welfare and Socioeconomics Integrated Rural Fisheries Development Project, Nigeria, Food and Agriculture Organization, UN. She was also a consultant in the Women in Fisheries, Food and Agriculture Organization, UN project in Uganda, Ethiopia, Congo, Brazil, UNDP programming mission for the Faith Country program for Malawi. She became the program officer SNV Netherlands Development Organization in Ghana, where she was later elevated to the position of senior program coordinator and the acting field director of the SNV Netherlands Development Organization Ghana, before her appointment as the country director of Action Aid Ghana and Internationalization Advisor for Action Aid Africa. In the year 2004, Honorable Frema entered active politics and contested the new Patriotic Party primaries at Ayawaso West Wuogon constituency and emerged victorious at the general elections and consequently became the Member of Parliament for Ayawaso West Wuogon constituency from 2004 to 2008, and from 2009 to 2012. She was also appointed as the Deputy Minister for Manpower and Social Welfare, now Ministry of Employment and Labor Relations. She was also appointed the Chairman of the Board of Directors of Cadbury Ghana Limited. She also championed the cause of persons with disability and received the coveted prize by the United States Senate. In recognition of her accomplishments, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, upon assumption of the high office as President of Ghana in December 2016, appointed her as the Chief of Staff at the Office of the President, as the first female to be appointed to this position in the history of Ghana. And note, she was reappointed in 2021. She is the most recent speaker of the enviable University of Ghana Alumni Lecture, which she delivered on the topic, Social Protection in Ghana, Are We on Track? With a standing ovation and a round of applause. Please help me welcome Honorable Akosia Frema Osei Opari, the special guest of honor for the occasion.
my face are faded by the sun. 10,000 men stand high on the hill. Allow silence as the years to still. 10,000 men trample for the kill. The vultures fly, the wind is high. The warrior fights, the battle of power. The scavengers wait, each man just hate. Death is late, the battle of power. Hosa, hosa, ho. Hosa, hosa, ho.
Hey, thank you.
A very big thank you for the lady who introduced me. Sometimes you wonder what you've been doing all these years, but thanks for reminding me. Omahini of Escado and chairman of this occasion, Nana Kobna Kitia V, the Deputy Minister for Employment and Labor Relations, Honorable Reku Brobi, Deputy Minister for, the minister did not come, but he sent a representative for the Minister of Health, the Chief Director, then the Dean of the School of Nursing and Midwifery, University of Cape Coast, Dr. Nancy Innocentia Ebu Enyan, representative of the Director General of the Ghana Health Service, Mrs. Eva Mensah, President of the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwifery Association, Mrs. Perpetua Ofori Amfofo, executives of the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association, leaders and managers of the nursing and midwifery professionals at the national and regional levels, our gallant nurses and midwives, friends from the media, distinguished invited guests. I consider it an honor to be part of the 2023 launch and celebration of the International Nurses Day, which aims at celebrating the outstanding contribution of nurses and midwives to nation building. I bring you warm greetings from the President of the Republic, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, and the Vice President, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, who are both delighted and impressed about the sacrificial spirit exhibited by nurses throughout the country. Particularly, I wish to express my gratitude and that of His Excellency the President, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, to all our nurses and midwives for putting yourselves up as frontline health workers in the fight against the deadly COVID-19. Indeed, you deserve the presidential honors for distinguished service given to all health workers in the country as part of our 66th Independence Anniversary celebration. I commend you highly and pray for the blessings of our Lord in all your endeavors. Nana Chairman, the theme for the lunch and celebration, our nurses and midwives, our future, is a clear indication of your understanding of your value as nurses and midwives now and in the future. According to the World Health Organization, the COVID-19 pandemic has posed considerable socioeconomic and health challenge to governments all over the world. In the case of Ghana, the immense pressure on both the micro and macroeconomic economy, as well as the health system, is a testament of the impact of the novel COVID-19 pandemic. Today, we get to reflect on the significant role of nurses and midwives in the transformation of Ghana's healthcare system, as well as look into the future for more sustainable healthcare delivery. This is against the background that a healthy population drives sustainable productivity. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, research shows that the global nursing shortage, as have been attested to by many of our earlier speakers, the global nursing shortage has declined from 6.6 million as estimated in 2016 to around 6 million in 2018. It is envisaged that by 2030, there will be a need for 36 million nurses practicing across the globe to meet the needs of every individual on this planet. In the case of Ghana, more professional nurses and midwives are needed, considering the high levels of attrition, which is mostly caused by the search for greener pastures, among other factors. In line with this, the WHO Global Health Workforce Statistics has indicated that there is a decline and will continue to be a decline in Ghana. This is a worrying trend indeed. To remedy this situation, a more strategic approach towards training and maintaining more nurses will help us prepare adequately for the next pandemic that will potentially hit the globe. I therefore task the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association to urgently organize sensitization workshops, conferences, seminars to reorient its members on the need to remain committed to serving Ghanaian citizens. Ladies and gentlemen, it is an established fact that the worth of a nation is dependent on the health of its citizenry. Government is therefore committed to expanding the healthcare infrastructure in Ghana and also provide the needed resources to ensure quality output of healthcare workers in terms of care. This is evident in the tremendous expansion in the form of hospitals, clinics, and chief centers all over the country in the past year. The government of His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo remains committed to completing all ongoing projects, especially the Agenda 111, in order to address the challenges that were seen during the height of the pandemic. It is expected that the Agenda 111 initiative will add at least 101 district hospitals in Ghana's health system. I entreat the Ghana Registered Nurses Association to use its numbers to positively contribute to the transformation agenda of Ghana by making your presence felt everywhere within the healthcare continuum. Achieving universal coverage, the UHC, and the targets of the Sustainable Development Goals, especially SDG 3 and other health-related SDGs, will be dependent on your effective roles as nurses and midwives. And we, as a government, provide the necessary environment for you to give of your best. Before I conclude, let me acknowledge and assure the President and the members that I heard every issue that she outlined as needed facilities, needed welfare issues that will make you deliver the very important health care that we need in order for this country to progress. I was actually relieved that the Deputy Minister for Employment and Labor Relations was here, because as he rightly said, issues should not come when you are about to go on strike. Issues should come early, so government can also be apprised of what is happening, so we can engage, and together we will be able to resolve this amicably. And also, I mean, in terms of our passion and our commitment to actually making citizens of this country benefit from whatever the country has to offer, be it education, be it healthcare. I want to conclude by encouraging all the professionals on this, not just in this hall, but also across the country, to provide a special care to the patients that you come into your hands. Because I know how it is when you are sick, no matter who you are. You are very vulnerable. And the quality care, even a smile on the face of the nurses, just assures you. And it's not just the travel lady who says when you go out you get 2 more years. But even when you see a comforting nurse, an understanding midwife, it actually also increases your lifespan. So I'm congratulating you, and on this note, I declare the 2023 International Nurses Day duly launched. This year's International Nurses Day, I echo to you Long live the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association. Long live Ghana's effort towards efficient healthcare delivery. And long live our homeland, Ghana. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, please, we can do it better now. We can do better. Big round of applause.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, please can we be seated? Thank you so much. So that was our mother, the Chief of Staff of the Republic of Ghana, Mame Akusia Frema Osei Opare. The assurance is there. Everything will be fine. Oh yes, Mom says everything will be fine. And check. We should rally behind the government and everything will be fine. So don't worry. So that is it. We move straight to the next item on our program. We will call on our president, Mrs. Perpetua Ofori Ampofo, to help us do presentation of some plaques in the house today. As we are talking, we are live on Facebook. Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association, our official page. And the production is being done by the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association Media. This is the first time ever. You are doing a very great job. Thank you so much. So we will call on our... Oh, yes. That is the GRNMA Media, right? Production by the GRNMA Media. It's not no, what I'm saying is, Mom brought it. You understand? And we've deepened it. That was what I meant. Oh, this is not the first time we are streaming live. Oh, good ups to you. Oh, big ups to you. GRNMA Media, let me see your hands. Thank you so much. So our mom is here. She's going to help us.
We say thank you and appreciate dignitaries who take time off their busy schedule to be part of our programs. And I'm honored to invite Honorable Akusia Frema Osei Opare, the Chief of Staff of the Republic of Ghana, our special guest of honor for today, to receive this plaque.
So beautiful. Suya Thank you. Thank you, Mom.
Next, we have a beautiful plan for no other person than Nana Kwabena Nketia with Omahin of Isikado traditional area.
Thank you so much, Nana Kwabena Nketia, the fifth Omahin Isikado traditional area.
This one goes to our keynote speaker for today, Dr. Nancy Innocentia, our keynote speaker. And he shared a lot with us today, and we want to say thank you. We appreciate all the effort.
Thank you. Thank you so much. She said health is indeed gain in the house.
So the Honorable Minister of Health could not be here because he's out of the country, but we already made this for him. And His representative is not, he's gone to the MOX, so Director of Midwifery Services will receive it on his behalf.
Thank you. Honorable Minister of Health, Honorable Kuku Ajimaimenu.
Our one and only Minister of Employment and Labor Relations. He's one of a kind, I must say. And his deputy is also another personality. You know, they are so into employment and labor issues, and their doors are always open. For that, I can say for sure. And we really, really, really appreciate your work. I know the Honorable Minister, if he wasn't engaged, he would have been here himself. But we are also very glad that you were able to make it as his right hand.
Thank you. Honorable Ignatius Bafo Ewa and Honorable Bright Rekuprobe.
This one goes to the Director General of the Ghana Health Service, who is also out of the country, and he said to me, if I wasn't out, I would have been there myself. So we call on the Director for Nursing and Midwifery Service of the Ghana Health Service to take this on his behalf.
Thank you. Dr. Patrick Kuma Abuaje. Thank you so much. Madam Eva Mensah. Let us be honest.
So another way of saying thank you, and this one is going to Reverend Father Michael Akpalu. We are very, very grateful. This is the second time you are joining us in our events, and this is to say thank you for always heeding to our call.
Thank you, Reverend Father. Thank you so much. Thank you. Perpetua. Thank you. It was so beautiful. The Reverend Father took his at the bottom. You see, and we thank God he's not Father Bernard, but he's Reverend Father Akpalu. Thank you so much. All right, next on our list, we have a musical interlude. But looking at the time, we will move straight to the closing remarks. So we go straight to Nana Che to give us his closing remarks. That is Nana Kobna Inketia Dafi, Isikado, traditional area.
Honorable Chief of Staff, every other protocol, you know it already. I wasn't expecting to talk again because all the talk has been talked. But, it's been a thrilling day. I don't think I deserve the plaque they gave me. There are better and more qualified people here who should have received it. But, well, I receive it on all your behalf. Because the girl who came in talking about Florence Nightingale, and you saw the energy she was exuding. I couldn't believe it. And by the time we finished lighting the lamps, the candles, lamps or whatever, almost all the bald-headed people here were sweating on their heads. So I saw that I was one up. Right? All the chiefs sitting there, they kept mopping their heads. It's like, but on the more serious side, we had a very entertaining day. I'm just glad I came. And I'm sure that the Honorable Chief of Staff too was here. There was only one politician, and he exhibited it. Only one. He said I shouldn't mention his name, so I won't mention it. But you could see the way he talked. I will take it up. First line. But I'm sure you will. But, Madam, it's always nice to be in your company. And when you say Chogwe, it startled me. As a chief, I can't say Chogwe. Even if I say it, don't respond. But why it startled me was that a lot of people do not know that trade unionism was born in my house. And it's out of trade unionism that we got our independence. You know? And so when she said it, my mind went to my childhood, the stories I heard, and so on and so forth. And I said, hey, Mapefie, I never knew the association was a trade union association. Keep up the spirit. The next time you come to Sekendi, I'll take you to the house. Right? And when we were lighting the candle for Florence Nightingale and singing a charge to keep that I have, I was also singing another song in my head, now I'll confess. And the song was Lead Kindly Light, amid the encircling gloom. Because when they decided to go on the strike, on the 7th of January 1950, that was the song, the only Anglican, the only priest who went to prison for Ghana's independence, Father, what's his name? It will come. When they signed the strike thing, Father Sefa from Asukori, but lived in Escado, he got up and started singing Lead Kindly Light. And people started crying. All the men there, they were crying. So sometimes I said, we don't know where Ghana came from. The emotion that men had, the railway men, Poppy Biden. I mention these names and it fires me. It's your charge to keep this nation thing for the health of Ghana, as Lady Opare Freeman said. Let's keep it for her, for now, but then we'll keep it for ourselves. Madam, come and stand near me. I don't want to talk too much. No, not you, her. Isn't she beautiful? Don't you enjoy the two of us together? Are you enjoying yourself? Okay. No, I was in Commonwealth Hall, that's all. But on the more serious side, when we started, the two of them did so well. But she said something which she couldn't say. And I want her to say it, and then that becomes a happy birthday for all the nurses and midwives in the country. I'm a proud nurse. Please say it.
I am a proud nurse. Thank you. Happy birthday, Nana. Thank you very much. Nana Kwabena Nketia the fifth, Omangene of Esikado traditional area. We are more than grateful. I humbly call on my brother, Mr. Kofi Adams. He is a nurse as well, a male nurse to be precise. He works at the Ridge Hospital. And the planning committee members for this International Nurses Day celebration. He is an active, or he was an active member. Mr. Kofi Adams, a vote of thanks. We are ready to listen from you. Thank you.
All right, good afternoon to each and every one of you. The Chief of Staff, and then standing on the existing protocols. I'm really delighted to be here to give the vote of thanks for the International Nurses Day 2023. Like, I'm a bit shy, that's why. And as an association, the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association, we want to thank the Almighty God for this day, having to celebrate the Day of the Nurses and Midwives all across Ghana. We want to thank Almighty God for such a day. Again, also on behalf of the entire leadership of the association, we want to extend our sincere gratitude to Nana Kobna Nkatia the Fifth, on my hand of Esika, the traditional area, Nana Yadasi Bebre, the Ebekayansa, Emma Yazijumez no Kodo, Yami Show, and so Bebre. Again, to our very first female chief of staff for the Republic of Ghana, having to honor this program. We say thank you so much, Mom, for coming. It's really an honor to have you here, and then we really feel your presence and the presence of government here as well. We say thank you so much. God richly bless you. To our keynote speaker, Dr. Nancy Ebu from the University of Cape Coast, all the way from Cape Coast, to grace this occasion. We'll say thank you so much for joining us. We are really, really grateful to you. To all reps from the ministries, from Ministry of Health, Employment and Labor Relations, Ghana Health Service, and then all other ministries that came here. We say thank you so much. Thank you so much to you, Deputy Minister of Employment and Labor Relations, for joining us, leaving all these busy schedules to be with us. We say thank you so much, and then we are really, really grateful to you. To all our nursing leaders that we have here, that I can't really mention all of you, we say thank you so much, our DDNSs, our DCNOs, and then each and every one of you, we say thank you so much. A special thank you to the president of the association, Madam Perpetua, for the wonderful things that you've been doing for the association. We say thank you so much for putting this together for today. God richly bless you for all the innovations, all the initiatives that you've been doing for our association to make nurses and midwives in Ghana comfortable. We say thank you so much, and then God bless you. To each and every one of you that came here, to our partners and then sponsors, Dettol, we say thank you so much. I think I see Dettol here. If they can give us a wave, reps from Dettol, we say thank you so much. And then to Letab Pharmaceuticals that are also here, we say thank you so much to you for coming to support us. And then say with a partnership, we say thank you so much to you. And then also to the committee members, Planning Committee IND 2023, led by Colonel Vidal. We say thank you so much for the many experiences that you gave us to learn, to grow up to this level. We say thank you so much. To our regional, or let's say the National Executive Committee, National Executives led by Madam Perpetua, we say thank you so much to you. All executives, we really appreciate the work that you are doing. National Council, we can't leave you out as well. We say thank you so much to our past presidents that came. We say thank you so much. Doctor, we say thank you so much. Auntie Alice, we say thank you so much. I think I wouldn't leave a media committee out. GRNMA Media Committee, I've seen you. You are giving me a wave. We say thank you so much for the production that you've done. To each and every one of us, I think I can't go on and on. I just want to say thank you so much for the opportunity, and then God bless each and every one of us. Unity.
Thank you, Mr. Kofi Adams. So thank you all for taking time to help us celebrate our day. And Nana, I'm also a proud broadcast journalist. And also, yes, I'm a proud broadcast journalist. Oh, media committee, are you trying to sabotage me or what? I'm also a proud broadcast journalist, and I'm also an associate of GRNMA. So yes, I'm always with you. Thank you so much, Kate.
Thank you very much. And she's also the Emoswahima.
Thank you.
If you tune into Atenka Television and, you know,
and
the shake body.
Thank you.
That's the lady for you. Sorry for not introducing you, the Director of Nursing Services for SNIT. If you are here, can you give us a wave? Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. God bless you. And I want to say a very big thank you again to the GRNMA Media Production, instituted by the President herself, Obaya Santwa, the action woman. Let's give it up. They are all nurses. The cameramen, the ladies, they are all practicing nurses. Thank you once again. Emoswahima, I've been told by Colonel that there is a stand outside. Make sure that before you leave the premises of this secretariat, pass there. You surely get something home. We have all the souvenirs when it comes to GRNMA souvenirs. Everything is there. So pass there and get something for yourself. Let up to, they are there. Okay.
And that's all.
Okay. Hey, Nana, thank you so much. Kayeti, music for the soul. They gave it to us. Winneba Youth Choir. Thank you.
Thank you.
And that's it.
Okay. Woo. And also, Jinyame Kete. Good. Thank you so much for making this program a success. We'll call on our Father to give us the closing prayer. He has to bless us before we leave this auditorium.
Reverend Father Michael Akalu.
Kindly stand and let's pray. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Not to us, O Lord, not to us, but to thy name be the glory, for great things you have done for us this day, and we know greater things you will continue to do for us. As we celebrate our nurses and midwives this day, appreciating their tremendous efforts in our healthcare, we pray that you bless the work of their hands. Fill them with the energy that comes from above. Be with them in their going and their coming, and may they be instruments of your healing power over the patients they encounter. Many, has been said this day, promises and assurances given. May we live to witness the fulfillment of these assurances for your own glory. As we leave this place, may we continue to be aware of your presence. Grant us your genuine mercies, and we pray that your blessings will be upon us in a very special way. May you continue to be with us. Fill us with the energy that comes from above. Shield us from every danger and from every evil. And may you grant us fulfillment in all whatever we do. We pray your blessings this day upon your sons and daughters. May you bless and keep them. Amen. Let your face shine upon them, and may you be gracious unto them. Amen. Turn your countenance towards them and fill them with hope as we journey into the unknown future. Amen. And may you bless them, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Thank you very much. Please, let's be seated again for the last time as our dignitaries mount the stage for group photograph. Our invited special guests, they are mounting the stage for group photograph.
All right, so our president.
Led by our president, Mrs. Perpetual Ofori Ampofo. And Nana Chair, Nana Kwabnan Ketia, the fifth among the for Esikado traditional area, Esikado in the Western region. Our sweet Dr. Nancy Innocentia Ebu Eyan, Senior Lecturer and Dean, School of Nursing and Midwifery.
Warm greetings to all of you out there, our dear nurses and midwives. It's yet again another International Nurses Day. And for our celebration in Ghana, the theme is Our Nurses and Midwives, Our Future. We recognize the hard work all of you are doing out there amidst all the challenges. Even as we find our colleagues leaving the shores of Ghana for greener pastures elsewhere, some of you are still out there and doing your very best for the people of Ghana. So this International Nurses Day, we recognize all your hard work and say a big ayiko to all of you. Continue in that spirit of hard work, and we know and hope that things will be better in the future. Ayiko to all of you.
Hello, my name is Mavis Dowona, a critical care nurse at the Accident and Emergency Unit of the Shao Sudoku District Hospital. Our unit receives all acute cases that come into the hospital, which is a very busy place. And today, not quite a busy day, I want to take the opportunity to wish all nurses a happy International Nurses Day. I wish you the best, and I pray that you will receive rewards of your hard work. Thank you.
My name is Bridget Megan, a principal nursing officer, a critical care nurse in the recovery unit. We take care of patients after surgery. On this note, I would like to wish all nurses and midwives happy International Nurses Day.
My name is Emmanuel Amenin, a registered general nurse at the Shai Osudoko District Hospital. I'm currently working at the isolation unit, that's the infectious unit. On this particular day, I want to use this opportunity to wish all nurses and midwives a happy day. Ayuko to all of us.
My name is Daniel Nyako. I'm a midwife at the Shai Osudoko District Hospital. On this special day, I want to wish all nurses and midwives a happy International Nurses Day. Congratulations and keep up the good job.
Hello, my name is Stani Fifi Adoko, stationed at Shai Osudoko District Hospital.
I'm a registered mental nurse, and this day I'd like to take the opportunity to wish my gallant colleagues a happy International Nurses and Midwives Day. Congratulations to us all. Well done. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Dr. Kennedy Brightson, and I am the father of the Shai Osudoku District Hospital. And I work with a lot of sisters and brothers, that's nurses, and today is actually their day. The day that has been set aside for us to recognize them, congratulate them, and assure them that we will continue to work together for Mother Ghana, and we will ensure that our patients are safe. I want to congratulate all the midwives for the wonderful job they do in bringing babies, healthy babies, to continue the work we are doing in the near future. On this occasion, I wish all the nurses a happy International Nurses Day. And then the midwives too, I wish you all the best in helping to bring new babies into the world. God bless you.
My name is Emmanuel K. Abiu, a ENT nurse specialist at Gan East Municipal Hospital. To be precise, ear, nose and throat department. I'm the ENT clinician here. And on this special day, I wish all nurses and midwives in Ghana and beyond an International Nurses and Midwives Day. And my short message to them, or to all comrades, is that to be very diligent and law-abiding, time-conscious in our work. And as we do so, to be very professional in our duties. And the leadership of our association will do the rest for our condition of service or for the betterment of our life as we practice. Thank you. Wish you all the best in the coming years.
Hello, my name is Elias Yaka. I'm a nurse at the orthopedic ward at UGMC. This 12th of May is the International Nurses and Midwives Day, and I want to use this opportunity to wish all nurses and midwives, both at the UGMC and the whole of Ghana, a happy International Nurses and Midwives Day. Keep being you and keep doing the Lord's work. I equal to you all. Thank you.
My name is Cynthia Baku, DDNS of Public Health at UGMC. I wish all nurses and midwives a happy celebration on the International Day. May we continue to be united in our quest to provide ultimate care to our clients. Aiko.
Hello, my name is Nanaya Isatetenati. I am the charge nurse of the obstetric theater in UGMC. I want to wish all nurses and midwives happy International Nurses Day. Bye.
Hi. Good afternoon, and you are welcome to UGMC Birthing Center. This is our labor suite where we encourage family-centered care. This is our labor room. This is our bed where we monitor our first stage, second stage, third stage, and even our fourth stage in this room. I want to use this opportunity to wish all nurses happy International Nurses Day. Bye.
Hooray, it's International Nurses and Midwives Day again, and the world over, nurses and midwives will be celebrating the day as the angels in scrubs, as we mark this year under the theme, the nurse and the midwife, the future. I know that the future of nurses and midwives in Ghana is going to get better and better and better. As we mark this day, it is my fervent prayer that we will continue to give our best to our clients, their relatives, and the service as a whole. My name is Christiana Hama, Senior Nursing Officer, Shai Osudoku District Hospital, and I wish us all a happy International Nurses and Midwives Day. Thank you.
Warm greetings to all of you out there, our dear nurses and midwives. It's yet again another International Nurses Day. And for our celebration in Ghana, the theme is our nurses and midwives, our future. We recognize the hard work all of you are doing out there amidst all the challenges. Even as we find our colleagues leaving the shores of Ghana for greener pastures elsewhere, some of you are still out there and doing your very best for the people of Ghana. So this International Nurses Day, we recognize all your hard work and say a big ayiko to all of you. Continue in that spirit of hard work, and we know and hope that things will be better in the future. Ayiko to all of you.
Hello, my name is Midwives, a critical care nurse at the Accident and Emergency Unit of the Shao Sudoku District Hospital. Our unit receives all acute cases that come into the hospital, which is a very busy place. And today, not quite a busy day, I want to take the opportunity to wish all nurses a happy International Nurses Day. I wish you the best, and I pray that you will receive rewards of your hard work. Thank you.
My name is Megan, a principal nursing officer, a critical care nurse in the recovery unit. We take care of patients after surgery. On this note, I would like to wish all nurses and midwives happy International Nurses Day.
My name is Emmanuel Amenin, a registered general nurse at the Shai Osudoko District Hospital. I'm currently working at the isolation unit, that's the infectious unit. On this particular day, I want to use this opportunity to wish all nurses and midwives a happy day. Ayuko to all of us.
My name is Daniel Nyako. I'm a midwife at the Shai Osudoko District Hospital. On this special day, I want to wish all nurses and midwives a happy International Nurses Day. Congratulations and keep up the good job.
Hello, my name is Stanifi Fiadoko, stationed at Shai Osudoko District Hospital. I'm a registered mental nurse, and this day I'd like to take the opportunity to wish my gallant colleagues a happy International Nurses and Midwives Day. Congratulations to us all. Well done. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Dr. Kennedy Brightson, and I'm the father of the Shai Osudoko District Hospital. And I work with a lot of sisters and brothers, that's nurses, and today is actually their day. The day that has been set aside for us to recognize them, congratulate them, and assure them that we will continue to work together for Mother Ghana, and we will ensure that our patients are safe. I want to congratulate all the midwives for the wonderful job they do in bringing babies, healthy babies, to continue the work we are doing in the near future. On this occasion, I wish all the nurses a happy International Nurses Day. And then the midwives too, I wish you all the best in helping to bring new babies into the world. God bless you.
My name is Emmanuel K. Abiu, a ENT nurse specialist at Gan East Municipal Hospital. To be precise, Ear Nose and Throat Department.